It's a tug of war, battling to keep my sanity. Say no more, say no more. I love you, but I can't keep killing me. I look at myself, I wonder why you don't recognize who you traumatize me. Now what do I do? Pick up the pieces and go. I've adored time I had lived in this fantasy. Now I'm looking for a way to better me, a remedy. I look at myself, so what do I, you recognize who traumatized me? Now what do I do? Pick up the pieces and go.
GM. Wow. Showed the messy desk. But we're back. We are back, boys. I forget the camera doesn't work right now, so we're laptop view. Yes, I have way too much mail unopened over there. Guys, today's video, how you can 3x your entire portfolio over the next 2 years. This is going to be a good one. I'm going to check to make sure this is working good. Of course, make sure, sweet, perfect. Screen is being shared. Going to go on and get on into it. GM boys, let's hop into the video. The power of compounding. Over the next 60 months, over the next 5 years, at an APY of 80%, a 60% APR, which I showed on the video that came out yesterday. So many people are like, oh, 60%, that portfolio is gonna, that 10 grand is gonna make you $400 or $500 a month. Like, this isn't gonna change my life. I'm gonna show you how that alone, in the next 5 years, will almost 20x your portfolio. In the first 2 years, it will 3x your portfolio. And it's just math. Because so many people in this space, they don't see the long game. It's why you chase memes. It's why you chase tight ranges. You don't see the bigger picture of being in the game long enough for it to supercharge literally everything. Literally everything. I just heard my food finish. I forgot I put that chicken in the air fryer. Boys, we're going to make this one quick. 60% APR is 5% a month. First off, for anyone that thinks that that's shit, that's a fantastic yield. As many people know. It seems small, but it compounds. And as that compounds is when it gets actually insane. It's when it gets freaking crazy. Hopefully, most of you guys, hang on, I gotta hit the D&D real quick. You already know. Do not disturb. Perfect. That 5% a month is very powerful. Even if you think that that seems small, it is not. But over time, it gets literally out of control for your portfolio when you compound that back into itself. It's a simple math equation, right? Your starting amount is your principal. How many months are you in the game? What's your percent that you're making per month? Will give you how much you make at the end of the game when you're compounding these gains back into your portfolio. Every month, the interest you're making, that little $500, starts making interest as well. You feed the flywheel. You keep the game going. Too many people, they think linearly, 5% a month, make $500 a month off 10 grand. That's just not going to change my life, this and that. You're thinking small. You're not seeing the bigger picture because this gets exponentially more powerful the longer the game continues. It's like, you remember in school, the fucking pacer test? The game gets progressively more difficult as it continues. This gets easier and better the longer it continues. This is a pacer test you can actually enjoy. How long can you stay in the game is the question. How many months can you stay in the game? How wide are your ranges? How long term are the assets you're putting into your portfolio? You guys are thinking linear. You're thinking short term. I'm thinking exponential. I'm thinking long term. And this is why I'm confident in the game and why I don't give two shits what Bitcoin does today or tomorrow. It went up the last 2 days. It went down today. It went down a couple days before that. I don't give a fuck because I'm just trying to stay in the game for as many months as possible. Here we go. This is the game I'm trying to talk about with you guys. 1 month. Woohoo. 10 grand made me $500. Woohoo, I'm gonna retire. Woohoo. No, you're not. It's $500. But this system compounds. 6 months in. And again, guys, another thing. This counts for no price action. So while I'm also not considering the downside as things move down in the market, you're not thinking about any upside either. That 5% a month you're making, if it's 10K, if Bitcoin doubles in price, well, you're making $1,000 a month. Same with the money you're reinvesting. So this is outside of appreciation, which is only going to make this better for you long term. 6 months in, as you're compounding, 1.34x, you're up 3 grand. Okay? A year in, 1.8x, you're at $1,800 off of that 10K starting capital. No appreciation included. You've already almost doubled your bag. You've almost doubled your bag. Not counting any appreciation. Not counting buying lows. Not counting maybe scalping some off the top. This is just the APR. Just the APR coming in because you're not thinking about compounding when it becomes the APY and how powerful this gets. 2 years in the game. 32 grand off the starting 10. We're not putting any more capital in. This is just starting with a $10,000 portfolio. You're now at $32,500. 3 years in, 57K. 4 years in, $103,000 off the starting 10 if you can just stay in fucking range and make 5% a month. Can you be in the game for 4 years? 5 years in, 18.68. $186,000 from a starting capital of 10, investing nothing else from the outside. If you're in a situation where you have more money to invest, it will get even more powerful. If you're in a situation to where, you can start with more than $10,000, this game is infinitely scalable. It's just math. It's just math. It's exponential. Too many people. And I've always said this, and I agreed with this when I started my crypto journey as well. People overestimate what they'll make getting started. The first couple months, the first year. You overestimate what you'll do. You overestimate. You think you'll start making 10K a month right away. Maybe you don't. Right? 2 to 3 years down the line, you're going to exceed what you think you're going to do. And that goes for starting a business, that goes for anything. If you can stay in the game, if you can keep going, everyone overestimates the beginning. Oh, I'm going to get so rich. I'm going to do this. But you underestimate the long-term potential of what this is actually going to do. Right? The long game is crazy on this shit if you can play the long game. If you're squeezing ranges, you're trying to go short terms, you're trying to make as much money as possible, it's not going to happen because you don't get to play the long game. You don't let time be the thing in the equation that gets you fucking rich. You don't give yourself enough number of months. You don't give yourself enough time in the game to grow the nest egg to something reasonable. If you started with $100,000 and you're running this long fucking term, you could be at 1.86 mil in 5 years, putting no more money in if you're in fucking quality. If you're in fucking quality. Right? Let me read the comments real quick. What up, DeFi peeps? Hey, what's going on? I'm excited. I just got accepted for my first job today. It's only 24 hours a week, but it's my first one, I'll try to get another one. Hell yeah. First job. Oh, you're a young guy. Awesome. Build that portfolio, man. Get freaking building. Yo, that Kita pool you mentioned in your last video is quite risky, right? I would believe so. The reason, that's one of my demo wallets. A lot of guys in our 10K Fast Track, they like that, and they're wanting exposure, so I'm trying to play a little part of their game and be inclusive. I do not believe in the asset too strongly, but it's something where a lot of the guys in there, they like it, they're wanting to run it, so I'm also demoing them those positions. So that is open. If I want an asset-to-asset pool, should I use borrowed capital or the assets from the HODL bag? Depends on what the assets are. Depends on what the assets are. Asset-to-asset, very strong appreciation potential. So we're, again, we're looking at yield right here. We're not considering appreciation. We're not considering the fact that as you're scaling this position over the next 5 years, if it's an asset-to-asset pool, are those assets going to also double or triple in value? So that initial 10K over 5 years becomes $186,000. Is it also doubling? Did you just turn 10K into $300,000 over 5 years? There's a lot of math we're not even considering. This is just off compounding and interest. Asset pool depends on the asset. If it's borrowed capital, make sure it's going in fucking strong assets. If you're borrowing against Bitcoin, don't be throwing that shit in some crazy shit. Don't be throwing borrowed capital in that Kita pool he's talking about. Risk-free capital, of course. The game is free. Linear feels small. Exponential, quite literally, is insane. AVAX to ETH, I like that one. Yeah, I mean, again, keep in mind what you're borrowing from. AVAX, I believe in, but it is a much riskier position compared to, like Bitcoin, even Ethereum, right? So if you're borrowing from Bitcoin and you're throwing into AVAX, even though it's a strong blockchain, there's no guarantee. So you need to really be a good steward of that. Make sure it's the right range and make sure you have conviction and don't be selling at the bottom. You have to be able to see it through in the long-term game. You know, and Ethereum might carry some weight in there. I don't think AVAX is going to fail, but you want to be respectful of the borrowed money. All right, and put that cash flow to good use. But I don't think that's necessarily bad. But it is riskier than Bitcoin. You have to be aware. Linear feels small, exponential feels insane. Again, 12 months in, a year in. I only made $8,000 off my 10K. Not seeing a lot. 18 months in, not a huge difference from what you might expect just linearly. 3 years in, 36. That's quite a big difference. That's bending up. You're at almost 60 grand. Started with 10. 5 years in, fucking massive difference. Massive fucking difference. On TradingView, you can go to AVAX and you can change the denomination currency from USD to Ethereum. Vice versa. Yep, you just change it. Change it to the respective asset and you can match it to VFAT. Stated 60% APR is effectively an 80% APY. This is, again, compounding. The yield you're earning also will earn yield as well if you're compounding. So 5% over 12 years. Sorry, 12 months. Sorry. That 5% a month you're making, 60% APR, it's not considering the compounding effects. APY, if you're reinvesting your profits, you're not taking everything out to the real world right now. The market's at an attractive buy zone. I would not be cash flowing. I'd be reinvesting. Compounding is earning you almost an extra 20% a year. And year over year, month over month, this gets insanely more powerful. Compounding is everything. Some of you maybe going TradFi route. Maybe you're making 10% a year in gains in the S&P, right? That's your average return. Your balance is growing ever so slightly. It's just growing. It's growing. Again, we're not even talking about the belief that Bitcoin will appreciate, the belief that Ethereum will appreciate, the belief that your Solana, your AVAX, your whatever will appreciate. We're not even talking about that. We're talking about earning yield, assuming the assets stay fucking flat and go sideways for fucking ever. Look at the growth difference. Just look at the fucking difference. In 14 months, you double your bag. In 2 years, you triple your bag. More than that. S&P doubles your money every 7 years. This is doing it in 14 months. That is a huge fucking difference. You guys are already in the crypto space. Why? Probably because you don't want to be 65 when you retire. You like to enjoy life a little bit. Maybe you're like me. I grind up to 2 jobs for a long time. I already feel the aches and pains, right? I'm not going to be able to take a trip to Thailand and enjoy it at 65 like I can now. The flight alone is enough to just freaking, like for example, one of the thoughts of maybe moving to Thailand is that I'm not really going to see family because of one time, like how are they going to do that and the time change and everything. But like think about grandparents. Sweet Nana ain't catching a plane ticket on a 27-hour flight to visit me out in Thailand. That's just not going to happen. Right? And the same thing is true when you retire. When you're 65, the thought of a 27-hour flight to Thailand to go live in paradise is probably not going to happen. So most of us are here in crypto now, even if you're just hodling so far, because you have a dream that it's going to make you a massive amount of money. It's going to put your money to work for you. You're going to exponentially grow that money, and it's going to allow you to live the life that you're looking for earlier than 65. Because if not, you just take the safe route and you would just buy in the S&P. And, you know, when you're fucking old and wrinkly and you're in a cane in a wheelchair, then you get to do what you want. But not really, because your body won't let you. It's funny. Today, I spent some time, I went to the gym, then I laid out at the pool for a bit, and I actually filmed like the shortest 5-minute video today talking about this, but I'll just let you guys know as well. I'm at the pool. There's 3 people at the pool there with me. 1, grandma with a walker and cane, can barely walk. 2, her 2 grandkids. Kids have free time. She's retired. She has free time. But she can't enjoy the pool like her grandkids. She's just enjoying watching them have fun. And then there's me, because my portfolio pays for my time. So I can go be out there at the pool. Memorial Day was yesterday. Everyone and their mom was out at the pool. All their friends are there. Where's everyone today? Back at work. Do you want the lifestyle now, or do you want it when you're 65? I think most of us would rather be at the pool in the gym, catching a tan today, or in their 20s, or in their 30s, and not when you're 65, 70, in a cane and a walker. She didn't even have a swimsuit. She's just happy she could make it there and watch her grandkids, right? This is about what future do you want? Again, don't buy shit assets, because then 80% of it doesn't matter if it goes to fucking 0. But if you're playing the long game, and you're making 50% APR, and that's compounding, that's an 80% APY, this gets aggressively fucking crazy. You double your bag in 14 months. This is the picture I try to paint. People post tight ranges. Oh, you make this much per month. It's not about what you make per month. It's about what are you going to make in the next 5 years? What are you going to make in the next year or 2? And this is why I'm teaching the actual fucking game, the long game, the infinite game. And there's a lot of people in the space who are just showing you what makes you happy. I don't care about what makes you happy. I care about what works. So if you want to be, 10 grand's making me $500 a month, why did I even get started? You don't see the bigger picture, and you're doomed to fail, and you're never going to make it. I showed you the video that came out yesterday. What, like 50, 60% APR, something like that in that video? The smallest range was 80% wide. And that was like asset to asset 80% too, which is fucking nuts. I made it for the long game. And that's literally just a 10K demo wallet. Like, hopefully you guys can see what I'm saying. Like, I'm in this fucking game, and I'm showing you how to win. And I'm trying to, I feel like I haven't done a good job at explaining exactly why this makes sense and why you need to go wide and why it works out better long term. Maybe I've left that a little vague. This is why it works out better long term. Is ETHUSDC paying 10% APR bad? No, it's not bad. It's just on a proper range. It's not paying 10% right now. At least from the ones that I've seen. Maybe you see something new that's popped up, maybe a new protocol or something, or it's indicative that you have too tight of a range. 10% APR is fantastic, but can you do it month over month for 5 years? Probably not on a good range right now. Because a good range right now, everyone in chat, myself, can tell you that a good range on your ETHUSDC is probably paying you like 20% a year right now. It's just the reality. Unless something's just drastically different today from the last 2-3 months since February. Traditionally, it does pay like 10% a month. It's been fantastic. Maybe 8% a month on your nice wide range. But right now, those ones, if you're earning 10%, you're probably in a bad range. Is there like a race or age limit to join the 10K fast track? We always just say book a call. I mean, it's not free, so there's a financial limit, right? You need to have a proper portfolio. We have younger guys in there for sure. If you're a minor, I haven't had to cross that bridge yet. I mean, we have like 18, 19-year-olds. If you're a minor, you'll have to talk to your parents, so you have to bring your dad. So it's not something we're going to be teaching you if you're 16 without your dad there too. The headline number, again, 5 years, $10,000, compounds all the way up to almost $87,000. It's a 100% wide range, paying 10% a month. I'll have to take a peek at it. You can, I think you can DM through YouTube now, but you can, let me know. Let me know what that is, what protocol. Is it just regular ETHUSDC? You don't have to spill it either. You can keep that private. It's a nice juicy range for you. Just don't see that very often these days. Maybe some good volume coming in somewhere. Again, 10,000, 5% a month APR, compounded over 5 years is $187,000 freaking dollars. If you start with $1,000, listen, if you're the guy that you don't have a lot of money and you can see the long-term picture I'm playing, again, over 5 years, $1,000 deposit is almost 20 grand. That's something that when I was getting started, knowing that this number is potentially in your future is life-changing. If you have more money, if you're someone that's been investing highly in crypto, you never put it to work, again, put it to work. $50,000 deposited in 5 years is almost one M. It's almost $1 million. And that's not even counting your favorite assets that are built into this $50,000 appreciate. This is 5 years of consistent cash flow at 5%, which is what we're doing right now in the slums of the market. And we can blow past 5% when the market's on fire. You're making 10, 15% a month on good ranges still. Right now, this is all math based off what's happening right now. If you have 100K, 5 years down the line, would you be happy with almost $2 million? What if you didn't even hit this? What if you have 100K right now and you run the strategy, it's pretty long term, you spend a little time out of range, scalping, whatever, you only end up with 1.5. Who gives a fucking shit? You just turned 100K into 1.5 mil because you're playing the longer game. There's no point in taking 100 grand, running a tight range, and in a month or two you're out of range and the game's over. Because then you don't get compounding, you don't have any consistency, you made a higher APR for a couple weeks, couple months, and the game's over. GG. You got to be able to see the long-term game that I keep trying to teach you. You have to be in this for the long term to see it make sense. Otherwise, you're just going to make mistakes and you're not going to see the real value that comes from the space. I've learned my lessons, guys. I've learned my lessons. I've went too tight. I've made mistakes. I'm just trying to teach you the best thing possible for your portfolio. It's in the Monad pool. Jake always goes on about ETHUSDC on Monad. I mean, yeah, I have it open too, but I haven't seen it been paying 10%. Maybe it's just doing that lately. But again, I don't check every freaking day. How do you track profits and buys from it? From the earned capital? I mean, we have a spreadsheet we use. You can make your own. You can track it through different softwares as well. I just like manual spreadsheets. Like, okay, cool. Claims $500 and I bought this. And then roll it over to the next month and start a new spreadsheet for the next month. New tab at the bottom. That's just how I do it. Everyone does it a little different. We have a spreadsheet built for you in the 10K Fast Track, but you can do it however you like. Some people use AI tools, make fancy dashboards. It's whatever makes sense for you and whatever you'll actually do in track. If you'll actually do it on a website versus a spreadsheet, then do it on the website. Vice versa. But I like to manually track through my own spreadsheet. I'm probably fucking autistic. That's the way I like to do it. Your brain might say, this doesn't make sense. It's impossible. Again, you're starting off with 10K, let's say. $500 a month off 5%. Doesn't seem very exciting. All you see is $500 a month for the next year, and you're like, that's kind of gay. But it's not linear. You think linearly, but it's not. It's exponential. Every month, you have a larger balance that you're working with, and you make even more cash flow, and everything compounds. And it sucks, and it's sucky when it's early. And this, again, is not counting you using more capital, more of your hard-earned money to invest and improve the system as well. This is all just what it does to itself, and it's not even counting appreciation. So the numbers all get aggressively better if you are still working, and you are still adding new money, and your assets, assumably, appreciate. The first year, like I said, it looks flat. It looks the same. Stuff isn't looking that crazy. Between the first year or two, you start to outperform what you're expecting. The first year, maybe you're underperforming what you really wanted, what you were dreaming about. And at the 2 to 3 year mark, it is insane. It goes crazy. Maybe you quit at month 6 because I made $3.5 grand. Not really changing my life here. Where's the Thailand trip we were talking about? But you're not thinking about down the road. You're not thinking about where it gets crazy. 2 years in, you've 3x'd your portfolio. 3 years in, you've 5.8x'd your portfolio. I just said that in the weirdest way possible. 5 years in, 18.7x. We're not adding money, we're multiplying money. The longer you're in the game, the bigger you win. Does that make sense? What are your thoughts on digital treasury asset companies such as ProCap and Nakamoto that are undervalued compared to their BTC holdings? I couldn't fucking tell you, as I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. I am super autistic down the fucking niche that I run, and I'm good at what I do, and I make people have successful portfolios that cash flow. When it comes to treasury asset companies and if they're undervalued, I couldn't tell you two fucking things about that, to be completely honest with you. If there's a guy you know that understands that, knows how to come out ahead on that, listen to him. But don't ask me, because anything I tell you won't be as valuable as what I'm telling you here. Just to be completely honest with you. I don't speak on shit I don't know. And if I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know. I'm not here to bullshit you. I'm here to teach you how to win. And this is the best thing I think is possible for your portfolio. You want to play that game? Don't know anything about it? You got to ask somebody else. The yield is real cash flow. This is very important as well. Is that this is not a Ponzi. It's very important that you're, like, think Terra Luna, UST. It's being, I mean, they fucking crumble. Like, we're not in a Ponzi scheme. We're in a business. We're Coinbase on chain. You're depositing assets. You're the fucking ATM that people change the assets through, and we charge percentage and we earn fees. That's the business. It's a business model. Same with lending. You're lending and you're earning APR because other people are borrowing the assets you're lending and they're paying a higher APR. Right? It's a real yield. You're earning fees. People are paying it. It's coming from somewhere. This isn't magic internet sky money. I mean, it is. But people are paying it. You're earning magic internet sky money because people are paying you magic internet sky money to make their transaction happen on chain permissionlessly and instantly. Right? And it goes to the whole pool. And your share of the pool determines your share of the fee. If someone's swapping $100,000 and they're paying $200 in fees, well, you're going to get a percentage of that $200 based off of your percentage of the TVL. Right? And it's just instant. And it's permissionless. That's why sometimes you might see that your fees look like a little flat and then they jump up. And then they're a little flat, maybe really moving, and they jump up. Big transactions can come through. Let the month take a month. Let the transactions come through for a month. Let it even out. I've had pools that say 18% that end up performing more like 60 to 80 because some days it is a low APR, some days it's a really high APR, and it averages out somewhere in the middle. It's real yield. It's real people trading. If people aren't buying the assets, again, make sure there's demand for the assets. But if people aren't buying, if they're not swapping, if they're not buying, if they're not selling, you're not getting paid. So make sure your assets have real demand. And again, it takes a month to make a month. It takes a year to make a year. It's like sales. You're not going to make every single deal every single day. But over time, you will start to make money. Find consistent winners that'll be here forever. You don't want your pair that you deposit, you don't want the assets you choose to go to zero. Because if you're making 50% a month, you're making 60% a month off of assets that go to zero, guess what? You multiply anything by zero, what does that equal? It equals zero. So make sure it's assets that are going to be around, and assets that are going to be around are always going to have demand that traders are swapping through, which means you will always be making money. And your inventory of the assets you chose will always still be around. Trillions of volume, again, people buying, trading, selling, it doesn't fucking matter. Fear, greed, this and that, doesn't matter. I have wide ranges, I'm always available. My hours of operation are always open. If you want to buy Ethereum, you want to buy Monad, you want to sell it, whatever you want to do so. Please, buy it, sell it. I hope you get emotional and trade 20 times a day because I'm just making fees off every transaction you make. Fantastic for me. 3 types of pools you can run. Again, you can just run stablecoin to stablecoin. Very simple, easy to get started. Maybe you make 3%, maybe you make 12%. Again, this is powerful. It's a nice place to hold your cash. You can do this stuff with gold as well. Gold to stablecoin pool is pretty cool as well. You might earn a higher yield, maybe in that 15 to 20% range. Pretty cool. I have a gold to USDT is doing like 13 to 18%, I think. Pretty cool. Pretty cool there. You can do your blue chip to stables. These APRs are going to fluctuate. Again, sometimes your ETH to USDC, traditionally in the market's doing like 10% a month, 8% a month maybe. Fantastic. Do you need a webcam for the call? It is preferred. Like, we don't want to work with someone we don't know who you are, right? Because again, it's not like it's a relationship, right? Like, I'm working with you. I mean, for your initial call, you don't need it. It would be nice to know who we're working with, but like later on the road, like weekly calls on Saturdays, most everyone has their camera turned off, so it's not like something you need every time. Some people do. I do sometimes I don't. There's guys in the car sometimes that have their camera on. It's totally cool, you know. So once you're inside, it's whatever. But initially, a webcam would be preferred of some kind. You can use your phone if that's easy. Where was that? Blue chip to stablecoin pools. I mean, again, maybe certain pools you have open are doing 40%. Some may be doing better. It just depends. These are going to be a very nice learning spot for you because, like you were mentioning in the comments earlier, it's easy to quote because you're pricing things in the stablecoin, which is the dollar, which makes it really easy to find your ranges. But you also can then start to go towards asset to asset, right? And I mean, this is technically the way this is worded, concentrated liquidity. That's what these are as well. But if you go towards asset to asset as well, powerful appreciation. Powerful appreciation because you have two assets. This is also asset to stablecoin as well. This is worded weird as hell. But again, you're earning a target, say you're making 60% APR, 60%, and that compounding becomes fucking crazy. I don't want to see a portfolio screenshot where you're making 200, 300% right now, because if you're making 300% right now, I know you're taking crazy risk. There are times, for example, we have screenshots in the 10K Fast Track of nice Ethereum, wide ranges, ETH to USDC, people earning over 300, 400% because it was super high volume period. People like Grant, where if you have like $400,000, $300,000 in pools, it's printing him $10,000 days. It's absolutely insane. It's insane. There are moments in time where that happens and it's absolutely beautiful. But right now, if you're squeezing out to 300, 400% and you're showing me some screenshots, I know you're in either trash coins or trash ranges. One of the two. And again, it's compounding. You provide the liquidity. You borrow against it. You run LPs. You make fees. You collect the fees. You redeploy them. You can go back to the full flywheel. You can compound it straight back into the pool positions. Doesn't fucking matter. We'll build you a game plan. Whatever works best for you. Whatever makes the most sense for your goals. And again, this game just goes forever. Your yield is being earned from traders. If traders are going to keep buying the assets that you hold, you're going to keep making money. There's no expiration date on the yield. The goal is to be in this long term. Your competition's going to get higher. You need to start today. You need to start yesterday. You should have started with me 2 years ago. But you need to get started now. Or you're going to miss it. It's the most important decision of your financial future. 5% a month compounds to almost 19x in 5 years. It's math. How many of you guys have bought coins hoping for a 10x and it's went to zero? Or for a 5x and it's went to zero? Maybe even sold the bottom then after. You have nothing to show for it. You just nuked your portfolio. Or taking leverage trades, trying to squeeze out more money, and then you get fucking liquidated, and then now there's nothing left. I've done it before, so don't you guys fucking sit here and act like you've never done that shit. There's no way. You've done some stupid shit. Even if you put $100 in something hoping it would go somewhere, now it's worth fucking $5. I've been there. This is fucking math. Outside of any, I'm not even speculating. I'm not even telling you Bitcoin will ever go past $80,000 again. This is if Bitcoin stays flat at $80,000 like a fucking stable coin. If you're making 5% a month, you will fucking almost 20x your bag in 5 years. You will 3x your bag in 2. Where's the fucking chart? This is your timeline. At 5% a month. At 5% a month. What's your timeline? Can you set a range, be in range for 12 months? Well, cool. Outside of appreciation, you'll almost double your bag. Can you be in range for 2 years? Are you set up with quality ranges? You'll almost 3x your bag. This isn't counting appreciation. This isn't accounting for your collateral going fucking crazy. Is the audio cutting off or is it just my phone? What's your timeline? Can you set a range, be in range for 12 months? I think it's your phone. I think it's your phone. Other people in chat can let me know. I think it's your phone. No appreciation needed. Almost 20x your bag in 5 years. 10x your bag in 4. 5x your bag, 6x your bag in 3, 3x your bag in 2, double your bag in 1. I'm sitting in a scam pool, crazy APR with 80% width. My $15 test width is down to 3. Yeah, man, if that's some crazy APR, crazy coin, then very, very much possibly so, man. And that's why we test small. I made mistakes. I made mistakes with big capital. I've lost tens of thousands of dollars. And so when I'm preaching this stuff to you guys, and coming not from a place of high and mighty, I'm coming from a place of, please do this right, because there's so much potential. You can't afford to make the mistakes that I've made. Imagine if I just had like one of those 10 grand losses I had. And I had that running from back when I first started. 5 years, we'd be at like year 3, that 10K is 60K. 2 more years and it'd be at 200 grand. The game is so powerful. I'm sure it was fun, Justin. I'm sure you were seeing crazy money per day. And then again, any APR, multiply that by 0 and there's not much left. There's not much left, my friend. Let's see, and boom. Okay, let me make sure. I think I may have a call in like 10 minutes, so I want to check my calendar real quick. If you guys would be so kind. Let me check. No, it's in 45 minutes. So we have a few minutes here. I can answer some questions if you guys have. Again, this is the best thing you can do for your portfolio. I feel like there's good value in here for you guys, showing you that long term, it's just the best thing you can do. There's not a better thing you can do for your portfolio. You can hodl. It's probably the second best thing you can do, but you're giving up on almost 20x in your portfolio 5 years from now. You're giving up on tripling your portfolio in 2 years. Bitcoin is paying 10%. Should I keep the farm or move it to Monad Farm? Bitcoin is paying 10%. Should I keep the farm or move it to Monad Farm? What do you mean? Can you give me more information? Can you give me just a little more to see the picture? Because I'm not sure I quite understand. Are you saying you have a Bitcoin USDT, it's paying you 10% a year, and should you move it to Monad? The risk level is dramatically different. Dramatically different. So if you're taking Bitcoin, the safest long-term asset you can own, and you're putting it in Monad, keep in mind, they can create a new bottom on Monad. I have some. It's risk-free Monad. It's a bet I'm making on Monad, but I'm not selling my Bitcoin to buy Monad. Just keep that in mind. It's a pretty important distinction. It's worth talking about. Hope everyone had a great Memorial Day. Hope that was fantastic for each and every one of you. If any of you have served, thank you for your service here to our country. My food is ready, so I'm about to go eat that here soon. If anyone's curious, I'm thinking, well, not just thinking, but technically I'm starting a book. I'm writing a book. That's interesting. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if I get somewhere reasonable with that and actually like it and think it's worth dropping. But so far it's been fun. A little free time. Write a book. It'll be cool. It's about crypto. It's about DeFi. It's about my story as well. We'll see if it's anything worth getting out there. Do like a little fireplace video where I read my book in front of the fireplace for you guys. Little audio cover. Yeah. You guys will like that. Yes, Monad USDC paying 30 to 45% versus keeping a Bitcoin USDC pair paying 10 to 20%. Should I switch or keep it the same? I'm not going to be the one to tell you to switch. You're in a very, very safe position, right? And if you move it, you're taking on so much more risk. That then, again, the game is how long can you stay in the game? And if you're in the Monad position, there's no guarantee you're going to stay in the game. Again, I have the Monad position too. But it'd be very, very powerful for you to, whether that's second job or whatever, or if it's the fees you're earning from the Bitcoin, be pumping that into the Monad position, doing something else to open that without sacrificing the quality. Maybe if you wanted to move the Bitcoin to an ETH USDC, that's a very, very similar risk level, and I could see that, especially if the yield's better, which is about the same right now. But when you look for a shortcut, it doesn't always go the way that you want, right? And if you lose the core foundation, then it's just GG, and then you don't get the end in the equation. You don't get more time in the game. You're starting over. So this is the way I see it. You know, don't sacrifice the quality. Just make, not to try to sound like a dick, just make more money to open that other position. Go pick up a second job. Go sell some shit. Like, sell the Xbox, sell the PC, sell the guitar, get an extra couple grand, and then throw that in a Monad, and then buy it back, right? Hopefully that kind of makes sense. I'm trying to be real. Do you tend to run more pools or farms? It doesn't matter to me at all, pools or farms. It's on this exact asset pair, on this exact range, which one is paying me more? If a pool's paying me 40 and a farmer's paying me 20, I'm doing the pool. If the opposite's true, I'm doing the farm. The only key difference in the farm is that you are paid an incentive token, and in pools, you are paid directly from the swaps. And because of that, if you're farming, you may be earning your rewards in a token that you may or may not want to hold. And because of that, maybe you want to be a bit more active in your claiming process. Like if you're earning Arrow and you don't want Aerodrome, you should probably claim more frequently. But at the same time, usually the amount you're earning, it's not too much to be worried about the volatility of the coin. For better or for worse, if you're earning Arrow at a low price and it's like a low point in the month, maybe you can wait till the end of the month, price goes up, sell it for a little more appreciation. Cool. But again, just that's the only difference. I'm going for the location that pays me more. Again, the business model is, let's say, ETHUSDC. Your hours of operation are your range. All we're trying to do is pick the best street to put this business on. That's all we're trying to do. So if it's the farm, if it's the pool, if it's Monad chain, if it's ETH chain, if it's Arbitrum chain, if it's Avalanche, I don't give a fuck where it is as long as it's not a retarded chain. And I'm putting it on the right protocol with the same range, with the same assets for the most optimal APR. And if that ever changes, the nice thing about DeFi is I can just pick up, I can move my position to a better location, move my whole business, same business model, same assets, same range, somewhere better, paying a higher yield. If Monad chain's paying better, I'm running it. If it's better on base, I'm running it. I'm not over tweaking. I'm not looking every day and moving stuff around chasing because that's not going to work out good for you. But if I start to see outperformance, I move a little money over, test it, check the outperformance, and if it is, then I move the rest. Just fucking run it like a business, and I'm not getting over involved. Late to the party, stupid Kansas Department of Revenue is slow getting tax refunds this year for me. 3 months. Yeah, man. Department of anything will never be fast around here, at least. Whether that's revenue or DMV or whatever. There's just no hope for them. Are you liking the Cat River farms? I'm not in them. Definitely avoiding the hype chains, expensive and a pain to swap. Yeah, they hit the block limits and then it's annoying to swap out of stuff sometimes. You just gotta wait a few minutes, try again. It can pay good though. It just depends. Depends on what you're in. I believe my gold USDT is on hype, I think. So, cool opportunities, different places, but it's just running the long game, boys. Run the long game. Don't overthink it. Don't over-involve yourself. Don't get caught up in crazy shit. Right? Just play the game and just win. Play to win. Play to win for sure. I say it all the time. If you're just tuning into the stream, man, go back, rewind, watch the Prezzo. I think it's a good one. Showing you the power of long-term compounding in this space. I feel like I'm losing my voice. Fuck, I've been talking a lot today. Make sense? Anybody have any questions? Hype chain I'm not scared of, but I mean I understand what you're saying. Cat River not in, late to the party. Do you tend to run more pools or farms? Whatever's paying me better. What I used to see, again I'm running as well. I like it. I'm not sure I would trade Bitcoin for it. Scam pools, don't do it, bro. Not worth it. At least use $15, of course. Treasury asset companies we talked about. Age limit, I mean, try to be 18, but if not, just bring your dad. When is the next meetup? So the next meetup, we're leading August, September in Tampa, Florida, doing a mastermind out there. Going to, Giant Villa. It's going to be super bougie. I think Jake's organizing the UK one for the UK boys. I mean, I'll be out there as well, obviously. Let me check the most recent text because the place they landed on like a castle. This thing is freaking crazy. Let me pull this chat up real quick. It's like a crazy freaking castle. Looks nuts. Let me see if I can find the photo. Airbnb. One sec. I'll show you guys. Freaking castle in the UK. Problem is that one is booked out until, let me see, booked out until August as well. So we've got 2 in the works. One's US, one's UK. Both probably leading for the second half of the year. So trying to organize that. We'll do Thailand again beginning of next year. And yeah, so no exact hard date. We're looking August to September, probably for both. Tampa we don't want to do in the summer. It'd be so hot. We want to do it in the fall. And it looks like this castle's booked up until August as well. So maybe we'll do Tampa first, and then the castle maybe we'll do, man, it'd be so much better in the UK at the summertime, I'd imagine. Make sure to catch a football game in the UK. Of course, of course. Would you ever remove your liquidity as an NFT on VFAT rather than your preferred token or native? No. If you remove it as an NFT, you'd have to go to the actual protocol to then withdraw the money. So I wouldn't. I would just withdraw the preferred token. It depends on what I want to do. But it's never going to be NFT for me. If you're wanting USDC right away, you can always withdraw as USDC and then you lend it wherever you're going to take it. Just I withdraw it for whatever serves its immediate next purpose, and then I move it to that. So I always usually know in mind where that money is going to go. Is it going to Bitcoin? Well, I can pull it out straight to the right Bitcoin if it's on the right chain. Is it going into the native asset? Is it going to USDC? So when it goes to entering, I always use native, but when it comes to withdrawing or claiming fees, I convert it to whatever is easiest for my next step, knowing where I want to go, for sure. But yeah, next meetup, Tampa or UK, both are landing around the same time, it seems like. So if you're interested, of course, click the link and tell the boys that you want to go to that, and we'll work out a combo. You can just go to the mastermind, or we have a discounted mastermind for 10K Fast Track members, or you can do both in one go, to where you're signing up for the 10K Fast Track and you're going to the mastermind as well. So just talk to the team. When you hop in, you book that call, and we'll get that situated for you. But I just made my food. I'm probably going to go eat. There's no urgent questions. I'm going to go destroy some chicken. And guys, I'll probably see you in the next stream. GG boys, it was a good one. Catch you later.
It's a tug of war, battling to keep my sanity. Say no more, say no more. I love you, but I can't keep killing me. I look at myself, I wonder why you don't recognize who you traumatize me. Now what do I do? Pick up the pieces and go. I've adored the time I had living this fantasy.